Hi, it's Mike from Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and on today's video we'll be taking a look at building the ultimate PC that is value for money and has some longevity for the forthcoming GTA 6. Now I know this video is probably going to be released towards the beginning of March 2026, and the console release is estimated to be somewhere in October, November of 2026, so there's a pretty long wait. But for those of you who are considering that you want to play GTA 6 when it comes out and have a PC ready for it, whenever that may be on PC, possibly it's going to be late 2026, maybe early 2027, which seems like an absolute lifetime away. But judging at how pricing is going at the moment, is it better to build something now so it's ready, or possibly wait and see if prices get better, or if predicted, prices are going to get considerably worse and parts are going to become even more scarce. Also, bear in mind, if you do build the PC now, you're not limited to just playing GTA 6. You can of course play all of your latest games in 1440p, possibly even 4K, or extremely high refresh rate 1080p with the parts that we've got selected here. So let's take a look at PC Part Picker. We'll go through the parts I've selected and the reasons for them, and also potential other options which you may prefer, depending on your pricing, your budgeting, and what is available local to you. So let's head over to the computer and take a closer look. Okay, so this is the listing for our GTA 6 PC. This is for spring 2026, and of course if you want to, you can bookmark this to refer back to see how the prices change. At the moment, we'll get it out of the way straight away. We've got a total price here of just a smidgen under 1,800 UK pounds, which is an absolute ton of money. But this PC should do extremely well and be very, very good for playing GTA 6. Of course, there are minimum requirements which haven't been posted yet, but we have got a rough idea, so you don't necessarily have to spend this much. But I think spending this much is going to give you a very good level PC, future upgradability, and also be high performing at the current time. So starting off processor wise, now for gaming, obviously the AMD X3D processors are the way to go if you just want to get the best out of them. Also, with that in mind, because of the RAM shortage at the moment, if you cannot get fast, decent RAM, then the X3D processors generally mitigate any issues you may have from slower RAM. So having an X3D processor, I think, is going to be the way to go, especially if you want to push those frames as high as possible. Now, at the moment, here in the UK, at the time of recording, the Ryzen 7 7800 X3D is available for in and around the £200 mark, especially if you're purchasing from somewhere such as AliExpress, which we ourselves have done numerous times. I've actually bought a couple of these, and in fact, yesterday, just before getting this video ready, there was an offer for £188 for this processor, but generally it's available around the £200 mark. So we've put that in there. If you're to buy this retail, if you can get one, you're looking at somewhere in around the £300 to £350 mark, which is a lot different price. So I would certainly recommend going with AliExpress, and there will be some links in the video description to point you in the right direction. So a great processor, fantastic for gaming. And of course you could swap this out as well for something along the lines of the 9600X, which is going to give you a kind of a similar feel, maybe 9700, those types of things. Again, do shop around, but purely for bang for buck at the moment, the Ryzen 7 7800 X3D for around about £200 on AliExpress is phenomenal value for money. Next up, we've got some cooling. So in terms of cooling, obviously you do whatever works for you, whether you want to go water cooling, whether you want to put in a tower cooler, things such as the Thermalright Aqua Elite V3 or the V6 version. Very good performance, very little cost. Around about £60 here at the moment, which is a little bit dearer than they have been. They have been seen on the market for in around the £40 to £45 mark. So we have noticed some increases in pricing there, which also leads to the fact that, do you want to actually go for something maybe a little bit nicer? So if you wanted to kind of splurge a little bit more and get a very nice one with a LCD display, you've also got really good options with Thermaltake with the TH360, the new V3 version, the Ultra, with the LCD 4-inch screen, which is absolutely fantastic, which you can check out our review of. We've done a review of that recently. Or alternatively, if you want to check out the Aqua Elite V3, we've also done those reviews on the channel as well. They were fantastic value for money, but they are creeping up in price, so do shop around. Now obviously when it comes to a platform for your system, you want to get pretty much the best you can get for the money. And for me, MSI boards have always been really good, and I really do like the MAG B850 Tomahawk Wi-Fi. This is a great board, AM5 supported, supports the 9000 series processors out of the box. Also, you've got a quick release on the top M.2 slot, which makes life a lot easier for installing. You've also got a quick release slot on the PCI Express for your graphics card. And it's just a really nice full-featured board, which doesn't cost an absolute fortune. So certainly for me, I think this is one I would be definitely looking at. And at the moment here in the UK, you can pick it up for £179.49, which I think is a very good value indeed. And next we're on to RAM. So obviously RAM is going to be a bone of contention for a lot of people, myself included at the moment. If you are looking at buying brand new RAM on the market in the UK here at the moment and possibly elsewhere, the Crucial Pro overclocking 32 gig kit, which is DDR5 6000 CL36, you can pick up for somewhere around the £300 mark. At the moment, £329.98, which does seem like an incredible amount of money. Personally, I would strongly suggest looking on the used market. If you go over to our Discord and take a look at the Discord eBay bot for users in the UK, there's been some really good deals on DDR RAM at the moment, especially DDR5 32 gig kits. We've seen quite a lot posted between the kind of £180 and £220 mark. So if you don't mind buying used, which with RAM, to be honest with you, is generally okay, you can save yourself almost a third of the price. So certainly worth looking at. Memory prices don't appear to be looking at getting any better anytime soon. They have certainly stabilized somewhat, but they've stabilized at such a ridiculously astronomical price that I would strongly consider looking on the used market first of all to see what is around. Also, when it comes to physical storage, now we've opted here for the Western Digital Blue SN580. This is a 2TB drive using the PCI Express Gen 4x4 links. This can be picked up relatively inexpensively at times, although, as we've already said, this current time prices aren't favourable. This drive at the moment, you're looking at £238.58, which absolutely blows my mind, as these were available only 6 months ago for somewhere around the £80 to £100 mark. So they have increased in price quite considerably. Now you can get away with using a 1TB drive. The estimated installation size of GTA6 is guessed at being somewhere around the 300 gigs mark. So you are going to have a little bit of room, but with Windows, your other applications, maybe some personal documents, some video files, etc., it does creep up very quickly. So if you wanted to spend around about £100, you can get a 1TB drive. If you wanted to make it a little bit easier, a little bit more storage room, then you are going to have to pay a premium for that as it stands at the moment. And again, these prices are estimated to be getting worse as supplies dwindle. So do bear that in mind when you're shopping around. It is very much a gamble. And yeah, none of us have got a crystal ball, but things aren't looking great in the PC industry currently. So it might be worth buying now before it gets even more expensive. Now next we've got the graphics card. Now there's some options here with the graphics card. So I'm kind of guessing around the £600 mark for a premium experience. So this gives you options such as the MSI Shadow, the OC GeForce RTX 5070 12 gig. You've also got other options such as, I would personally probably look for a either used or someone selling a 4070 Ti Super. That's going to give you an extra 4 gigs of VRAM, so you may benefit from that. This game obviously is going to have a lot of eye candy and is going to favour more VRAM. So if you can get a 16 gig card, I would strongly suggest that, but the 5070 is a very good option. But if you are going to be looking at the Radeon route, then you've got options such as the RX 9070 XT, which can be also around about the £600 mark, maybe 550. So you get the extra VRAM, and arguably it's potentially a little bit faster, although with GeForce, obviously you are going to get better ray tracing support. So if you do want to enable ray tracing and things such as DLSS 4.5, etc., maybe even DLSS 5 by the time it comes out for this game, then that is an option as well. So around about £600 is going to get you a premium experience, I feel personally, but obviously you can drop down to round about the 6800 XT range. That is going to be a reasonable experience at 1080p, but I think you may have to temper your expectations a little bit in terms of fidelity. And obviously we need to put all of these components into a case. Judging by the size of our graphics cards, something on the ATX side is going to be ideal, and something like the Corsair Frame 4000D RS ARGB is a really good choice at just under £90 here in the UK at the moment. Obviously, it's your PC, your build, you do it your way. Whatever you want to do is entirely fine, but just do bear in mind that you're probably going to have a big graphics card, possibly a triple cooler, so make sure you've got plenty of room and plenty of airflow to keep your components nice and cool under demanding gaming sessions. But yeah, the Corsair Frame 4000 is a really good option. And of course, we're going to need to power all of this as well. So with this, obviously, again, prices are not looking good for power supplies at the moment. So around about 750 watts will get it done. 850 is going to give you a little bit of a buffer. 1000 watts is going to be great, but they do jump up in price. As soon as you go to the kilowatt, it does jump up quite considerably from a lot of vendors. Again, power supplies have had a little bit of a problem with pricing recently, so do shop around, but something like the Thermaltake Toughpower GT range, the 850, this is going to be an 80 plus gold, fully modular power supply, and you can pick them up just a smidgen over £100 here in the UK currently. Again, links will be in the video description, so you can check out for yourselves. And finally, you're going to need an operating system for your new build, which you can run if you want to without activation and get that horrible watermark. But if you want to activate your Windows with a Windows 10 Pro retail license, you can activate Windows 11 with that as well. You can go over to premiumcdkeys.com/Mike's Unboxing, and you can pick one up for around about £3. If you put the discount code Mike's Unboxing, you'll get a discount off that price. It's not a lot, but it will still bring it down a little bit should you want to save a little bit of cash. So that's going to give you an overall total of just under £1,800 at the time of recording, which is the 4th of March 2026. So yeah, depending when you're watching this, prices may have already fluctuated dramatically, or fingers crossed, prices may have dropped, but I personally can't see it happening in the near future, but we'll see what happens. So there you go, there is the list of parts, and as you can probably see already, I have got the majority of the parts here. I have swapped a few bits and pieces, and the case is in the other room, so a bit big to get on the desk, but I'm actually going to put this together and see what it's like. Obviously, I cannot benchmark it or bench test it with GTA6 because it's not with us yet, but I think we'll do some benchmarks to see what it's like, things like time spy and that kind of stuff, so you can see how it's likely to perform, and potentially you can work out how it's going to do for current games which are available. But I think if you are going to be spending somewhere under £2,000 here in the UK, this is a fantastic place to start. I wish it was cheaper. Realistically, under kind of more normal circumstances, we could probably drop this down to £1,500, which I think would seem a little bit more manageable for some people. Again, I do appreciate this is still a massive chunk of money for a lot of people, but as with anything, if you spend a little bit more, you get a much better experience and also longevity from your parts. And of course, with things like this, such as the MSI B850 Tomahawk, this is a fantastic platform. This is going to see the next upgrade to the next version of AM5 processors. That is pretty much a given. So this is going to have a little bit of longevity in it. Obviously, if you went for the opposite direction, you went for Intel, when their new Lunar Lake stuff comes out, then that is supposedly going to have a longer lifespan. But at the moment, if you're buying AM5, we're in an awkward position because AM6 is potentially on the horizon. So yeah, there's some calculations and some justification to be done. But I feel with these parts, again, especially with the 7800X3D, under £200, this is a phenomenal gaming processor. You can't go too far wrong with that. And also, graphics card wise, we've got this one, the Palette Jetstream, which I actually bought as a deal, not last Christmas, I think it was the Christmas before. So I've had this a while. I paid around about £600 for this. At the time, they wanted £800, they dropped it £200, and it's still an absolutely phenomenal graphics card. So if you are, maybe you've got already a 4070 Ti and you just want to maybe update your system, then the rest of the packages here we've got will make a very, very good platform going forward. Anyway, I've rabbited on way too much. Let me know what your thoughts in the comments section below. Obviously, the GTA 6 thing, yes, I know it's probably going to be a year away at the moment, but prices are always going to be fluctuating, and with what is going on in the world currently, things are possibly going to get worse. So yeah, do you buy your stuff now and get in while you can, or do you wait and see what happens? That is going to be the ultimate question, which hopefully you'll answer in that comments section below. I think that's going to wrap this one up. I've been Mike, this is Mike's Unboxing Reviews and How To, and hopefully we'll catch you in the very next video. Thanks for watching.